Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I am throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the moat in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those moats. If you're not a subscriber, you can just say hi. That's also a valid option. You've got many options here. You can do emotes for other people, whatever you want to do. We're going to model kit build tonight and hang out. It's a Saturday night. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. This is the intro portion. Dude Wants His Rug is here. Hi, Dude Wants His Rug. And as usual, this is just a chance for people to come in, get settled before we get into building. Bobby Dice Roller is here. Welcome, Bobby. Happy to have you here. Yeah, I'm excited about tonight and model kit building and hanging out. We got the old Strike Rouge Ootori right here. The head, now we didn't get this far on the head, I'll admit. Hi, Aristofan, welcome. During Thursday's stream, but I finished it off stream because it didn't have much to do, and I wanted to just get it done. Also, this part of the crown here is flimsy, and so I wanted to secure it with some liquid cement before the stream started, and it should be stable. I mean, even with the glue, it still rocks a bit. But I have heard that was a not super stable element of the model kit. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Well, as always, we'll give it a few minutes, see if other people want to join us, want to hang out here. You know, we're in the intro zone before we get into the model kit building, the main act of the stream. Yeah, we'll give people a chance. Got some new anime to talk about tonight. You know, some things are coming up. Maybe we can chat about Easter. I don't know. We got things to chat about. Of course, I'll promote Plamo Weekender, which is coming up now that it's April. That's coming up real soon. And yeah, you know, just kind of hanging out and chatting, seeing what's up, working on this kit. I did pick up a new kit that will be coming, a new to me kit, and you know, I don't like say anything until like the voting happens, and I let my $10 patrons kind of vote. But I'll let you know what I got. I think that you will enjoy this high grade when it arrives, because I know I'm looking forward to it. I got the Moon Gundam. Now, is this a new kit? No, it's not that new, but it is a kit that I have been thinking about building for a while because it does have that moon in the background. We'll go to the overhead just so you can see it. It's this. That's what I ended up picking up. It was a good price on Amazon, so I ended up getting it. But it's got that moon shielding thing unit. It's a moon backpack, and I wanted to build it. It's a Gundam-esque Gundam. And I thought it would be great. I basically forgot Easter was a thing until I saw today the grocery store would be closed tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, so I'll go ahead and give myself a retweet, and we'll get to working on the actual thing that we want to work on, which is the Rouge Ootori. But yeah, for me, I know it's Easter because I'm here with my folks, and this is my first time being with them for Easter in many, many years. I would say at least 5 to 7 years. It's been a while since I came home for Easter weekend, back when they lived in Connecticut. Certainly since they've lived here in South Carolina, I haven't. We got to put arms in this kit, so I'm going to retweet my tweet. And then we will go back into building here. So yeah, Easter's tomorrow. I got a card. I got to remember to put it out. It'll be fine. A thing that I wanted to do right now before we even get into building, before we get into it, the Plastic Model Weekender. Gotta promote the Plastic Model Weekender. Friday, April 16th, I will be streaming from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. They go by Central because the organizers are from, they're in Texas. So we go by Central. But that is 9 p.m. to midnight, my time, Eastern. And every $50 cumulatively, so that's a combined effort. Every time $50 goes up from the point at which I start my stream. I didn't see what that was. What was that? Harold is hosting the stream. Thank you, Harold. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for the host. I don't have any stuff on this thing. And then also, I can see this now. Harold just subscribed to Tier 1. That's 41 months. So let's throw the Baker, the Lego, the second note in the chat. Thank you very much, Harold, for 41 months of being a subscriber. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for your continued support, my friend. Um, But yeah, every $50 cumulatively, I'll open another pack of trading cards. I got a bunch of random trading cards. Some are from games, some are from movies, some are from comics. Um, a couple of them I don't quite understand what they are. One of them is features it's like a bunch of cards that are like your normal trading card size and one giant card. And I was like, that's odd. So I got a bunch of different things, and I'll be opening those. I probably have too many packs, but I didn't want to run out of packs, so hopefully we'll raise some money. But it is cumulative, so if you can only give $10, it'll be added on, to other people and all that. But let's get into the actual building portion of the stream. Again, um, we're going to be working with some markers here. We've got the pink of the headpiece here, and you can see it here, this pink here. We're going to be using gray. The deep red, we're going to be using black marker, and this not pink but not red. I don't know what to call this color. So we just wrote feet because the primary piece of it is that we'll be using brown on that. Just because like it is definitely a different color, but I can't quite tell what it is. Let me just hit that a little bit there. Give that a little stand out there. But yeah, we'll be hitting that with brown. Trying to use all our markers. Looking forward to that. And let's get into it. Let's start working on the arms. The nice thing about this kit is that we can do a lot of the arms. They are symmetrical, so we can put them together at the same time. We can do up into the point where we have to do the hands and the shoulder. The arms themselves are symmetrical, which is great. As I said, I apologize if I have trouble talking a little bit tonight. I am full of Chinese food. We decided to do that because tomorrow is Easter. Happy Easter for those that celebrate. Happy Sunday for those that don't, or choose not to. But there's going to be a lot of cooking happening tomorrow, so we decided, hey, family decided, let's just get some takeout, support a local business, which we did, and it was, I'll just say it right now, it was good. I am full of boneless barbecued spare ribs, which was fantastic. But yeah, I I was pretty pleased with dinner, and I am rightly fairly full. So that's just not that's just a piece that I need next. So cool. I just did the wrong piece. That's fun. That's a fun thing, Pat. That's a great way to start the stream. Is just put the wrong piece, pull out the wrong pieces. I need 19 and 20, which are right above it. So I was close. Bobby says, I got the vaccine scheduled for next week. I'm pretty excited. Hell yeah, Bobby. Congratulations. So I should say this, and Ristvan says, yay, and I agree. I should, I guess, say this, that next Thursday I get my second shot of the Pfizer, and I have, certainly heard and read that the second shot can affect people. So the hope is that I will have no issues whatsoever, and the stream will happen as scheduled. I will certainly promote it, and I will let you know if circumstances conspire to keep me from streaming next Thursday. I will certainly, keep everybody informed as best as I can. I was fine after the first shot, so that's not to say that I will be hunky dory after the second one, but it is hopefully an indication that I'll be doing all right. We'll see. But yeah, the plan right now anyway is to just stream as scheduled. All my streams coming up. Here's a thing we could talk about. I'm always trying to think of things to chat about with all of you. Maybe you can help me brainstorm. So next Wednesday is my bonus stream, right? It's the first bonus stream of the month, and play games on there. There is now a demo for the sequel to Arcade Spirits, which we played on stream, and I finished off stream. Very much enjoyed. So there's the demo. I don't know how long the demo is. I can't imagine it's super long. So I feel like it's not. I don't think the demo is going to be an hour and a half, is basically what I'm saying. So I'm going to need something else to do on Wednesday. So if you have any thoughts, any ideas of things you'd like to see me do, um, be it return to games I've played previously, or if there's something else you'd like to see, particularly if it is inexpensive and or free, I'd be happy to check something else out. But I want to get your input, people of the world, Bear Cave friends. Let me know what you would like to see me do on stream because I would be more than happy to help if I can. But we're definitely going to, the beginning of the stream is going to be, all right, well, we're checking out Arcade Spirits. We're checking out the demo. We're going to see what's up in the beginning of this and get the vibe for it. But after that, I'm like, we'll have time, most likely. So if you have any thoughts, you can leave them in the chat and let me know what you'd like to see me play on Wednesday. It could be just like, I don't know. Like, bear in mind also that the following Wednesday will be will be your chance to vote, or if you're a patron, a $3, $5, $10 patron will be able to vote on things. So, um, and I kind of got the usual idea in mind of what those will be. But Pokemon Emerald randomizer, Cloud Gardens, maybe I'll turn to. I can just go back. We can return to Hearthstone. I've got another weird deck that I started playing like today that I'm enjoying. So I don't know. There are options out there, and I would be willing to take a look at a bunch of different things. So if you have thoughts, you can leave them. And also, as always, folks, no, you don't have to put comments in the old chat, but I do like it. I do like it when you comment and let me know what you're thinking and what you like and what you're about and into. It is nice to see, but it is not ever required. It is helpful, especially in 2020 and 2021, where I am just like, sometimes I'm just like, I do not know what to say right now because I do not know what to do because I have not having a lot of life experiences. Um, Oh, I guess I can say this, since we're not getting much in the way of thoughts on that. I'll do some brainstorming. I might like put it out to Twitter or something like that about like, hey, this demo won't take the whole length of the stream. What else should I do? I'll probably do something like that. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, uh, I kind of so. I'm not changing any format about Build with Baer Workshop. So don't worry about that. What I'm about to say is not me making any changes to how the stream runs or anything like that. However, I am minorly changing my approach to one specific thing, which is to say, um, moving forward for the foreseeable future, or I'm going to try it out. I am going to, instead of what I've been doing a lot for a while now, is really like diving deep into episode like catch ups of, or like play by plays of episodes of anime in the second hour. I'm still going to talk about shows that I'm watching, but I think I'm going to be much more inclined to uh, give my overall thoughts on what happened instead of like this happened and this character happened. I'm going to give like the highlights. I got a message from somebody saying that they were behind on a show and felt like they couldn't watch my stream because they didn't want me to say what happened in it before they watched it. And I know that's not a huge majority of people in any way, shape, or form. But it's definitely like, as I think about it, I'm like, well, that's definitely a non-zero number of people are like, probably have that, right? Like, if on a Saturday you didn't watch this episode of My Hero Academia, like I don't want to like give a nuanced blow by blow if you haven't seen the episode and you would rather see it before you see me stream. But I can still like talk about like the vibe of things, right? Even if I don't get into the specifics, like, um, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to vibe with the show and give you like my overall thoughts before I give like detailed plot synopsis. And also on my end, it means that the shows I'm watching I feel like I'm going to hopefully enjoy more because I won't be taking notes on them, which is what I've been doing lately. And instead, I can just be like, okay, right after the episode, write down my thoughts, write down anything that I want to say on stream. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know if that's going to change or whatever, but it was a thing where I was like, honestly, one of the shows I'm going to talk about tonight, I was just like, I don't even know if I can adequately like talk about this show because so much of it is music. Uh, I don't know if I can like give the play by play of what happens in this other than to be like the music is real good, y'all. Like I don't know what else to say. So uh, instead, I'm just going to like talk about a few moments that stick out and kind of talk about the vibes of it. And I think that is actually going to end up working out better. And so that is the approach right now. Like awesome moments, like discoveries made in it, my thoughts, like if my opinion on the show has changed at all, stuff like that. I think is what I'm going to go for instead of like, okay, so this happens and then this happens and then like what that happened, that kind of thing. Like I'll probably still say like, all right, well we know this now and this mystery has been solved and all that. The other thing I want to say is normally on Saturdays going forward, I will be able to talk about a very fun show that comes out on Friday, but uh, the name of the show, let me dig up the name of the show because I don't know why, but it doesn't stick in my brain. So the show is called um, Let's Make a Mug Too, and it is a girls into a thing slice of life, a chill slice of life about girls getting into pottery in like the pottery mecca of Japan, like very well known place. It also is a anime that is uh, clearly is in some way, shape, or form sponsored by the town, and is definitely an advertisement for that town and its vibes. Like definitely 100% clearly money has changed hands, but it still looks like a very cozy anime. Um, and for whatever reason, the first episode is exclusive to television for like 3 days. So even though it's a Friday show, or even more, even though it's a Friday show, it can't air in any streaming services anywhere in the world until uh, Monday. So I'll talk about it on Monday, and then going forward, I will be able to talk about it on Saturdays, which is weird. That happens every now and again. The strange thing is, so like it's a Crunchyroll show, right? But they didn't make that announcement. They just didn't put it on the schedule, and they didn't like make a page for it yet because they don't make a page for. They announced, hey, Crunchyroll has this show. It's one of our shows, but like they don't have a page that you can visit yet on Crunchyroll's site where you would, I guess, see a notification. Episode 1 is going to air on Monday. All the the rest of the episodes will air later. Like they didn't do that, so you end up not seeing any notification. So it just looks like they didn't pick it up yet. Um, my hope is that Crunchyroll it is going to be out on Monday because that the website because I had to go to their website and they just say on the website like translated in English like it won't be streaming until Monday and then after that it'll be streaming on Friday. But they're talking specifically about Japanese streaming services, so that doesn't necessarily mean that Crunchyroll also has to go by the rules. They might just be waiting a week. I don't know. So I don't know. I got to wait for a cozy anime. I do know that soon we will also have Super Cub, which is girls on mopeds. Like it's basically like a moped club of girls like who ride their mopeds to and from school, and that is coming on soon. I think that's a Wednesday or a Thursday show. So we got another one. Um, Mopeds, yes, Slowbird. I believe they're mopeds. I haven't seen anything in English about the show. It could be motorcycles, but I think those are classified as mopeds in what I've seen. They look like at least one of them looked like a Vespa. Um, but it's like a girl that doesn't feel like she has anything going on in her life gets a moped, and then she meets another girl on a bike, and they decide to start traveling to school together, and then there are other girls, and it's just going to be like, I don't think it's going to be super cozy as some other shows, but it does sound pretty great, so I am looking forward to it. Um, Mopeds, scooters, all basically the same. Yeah, so that's what I think we're looking at. But I am intrigued basically uh, by the show because it does look neat. And then Bobby says, I appreciate the synopsis style because I don't really watch much anime at all, so I'll follow along with the shows through your streams. I definitely think they're a happy medium, though. Yeah, so like I said, um, like the big moments that happen, like I'm gonna talk about the fact that like in So I'm a Spider, So What, I will talk about the discovery that the show was presenting all the events that were happening as jump cuts between the spiders doing this and the humans are doing that, and then it was revealed that everything that's happened to the spider happened 15 years ago. That's a huge thing. I'm going to talk about that because that's really interesting. But I don't have to talk about like, and then the spider told, one of the spider brains was telling the other spider brain this, and then this happened, and they did that, and then this person looked sad again, and this person, I don't know what this character's name is yet because they've never said their name. Like, I'm not going to go through all of that, and I think that'll be fine because I do think that the happy medium will be there. But like, you know, I'm going to be hard pressed to describe the beautiful music in those Snow White notes because so much of that show is well, and then he plays the shamisen real well. He plays the shamisen real well at that moment, and people are like touched by it. Like that's a big part of episode one, and like you don't really need a play-by-play of that. I can just kind of give you the gist of it. And obviously, yeah, for folks that don't follow along, but yeah, there are people that are following along. Uh, and it's always fun for me when people like Lashbrook a lot of times is watching the same stuff I watch, and that like is very fun for me when we get a few people that are like, "Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I thought that. Oh, I didn't pick up on that." Or, "Well, what about this?" And be like, "You're right. You're very right." Because I don't watch a lot of psychological stuff, although one of the shows I'm watching is a Studio Trigger show, so there will be some thoughts on personhood and all that uh, when I talk about SSSS Dynazenon, uh, which first episode is intriguing. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm hopeful. I'm very very hopeful that it is not bullshit. Although it does feel like it's gonna have some Studio Trigger bullshit. Uh, I am very much hoping that it is along the same page as Gridman, in that it is not super horny all the time. It is just super horny occasionally. Uh, Lester says, I haven't had a chance to watch yet. Yeah. Um, right now, like, Soma Spider So What took a week off, which is fine because it's halfway through the double length season. So they took a week off. So, like, that was fine. I had 3 new shows to watch. I watched 3 new shows. Well, 2 brand new shows and an episode of a new season of a show. So I'm able to check in with things. But apparently, the first episode of season 5 of My Hero last week did gangbusters numbers. People are psyched about more My Hero, which is awesome because I think My Hero Academia is fantastic. So even if I think the first 2 episodes weren't that exciting, especially today's episode was not particularly thrilling. All right, so let's get some of this panel lines, and then we'll move on, and we'll continue. Complete the arms. These arms, there's nothing special about these arms. They're not even super detailed, but I wanted to get the armor on before we did any panel lining. And I'm sure there'll be more stuff that it goes on these, like a shield, and we got to do the shoulders for these as well. But we'll get some of this done. Yeah, so more stuff is coming, and there's always stuff that starts late in this, like a couple weeks into the season. I mean, we haven't even had a bunch of things. There's a couple things that are starting later, like there's a ton of new things. And of course, there's a bunch of shows I'm not watching. I talked about this on Twitter a little bit. Uh, they're these shows are literally running back to back in Japan on the same network, and Crunchyroll picked them up. So and they come out on the same day because they're running back to back. So they'll be back to back episodes. There's like they're a week apart basically. One started one week, one starting the next. Um, they have almost they're not identical in premise, but they might as well be. So one show is about a guy, a salary man, who is a womanizer, and he gets saved, from having an accident by a high school girl who he's like, "Hey, thanks so much. You want to go on a date?" And she's just like, "You're gross," and he's like, "Wait, are you challenging me? Well, now I'm going to win you over." And that's the beginning of a romantic comedy. And then directly after that, airing in Japan on the same networks, and then now airing on Crunchyroll, is the story of a 15-year-old girl who's a runaway that gets taken in by a guy who just got rejected from his. He's an older guy who just got rejected from the girl at work that he had a crush on for a very long time. Uh, and that's them living together, and then it's also a romantic comedy, so at a certain point they start dating, and both those shows exist, and they're not the same premise, but they're very close, and they're coming out the same season, and they're airing and Crunchyroll picked up both of them, and I was just like, those sound not good, says Slowbird. Slowbird with the right idea. Yeah, look, here's the thing. They could be really well told, but the central premises are such bunk that I'm never gonna know. Like I just don't have any interest in them. Uh, hey, Jolliffe, welcome. But yeah, both those shows just sound real bad. Uh, I should say the names of them. So let me go find the names. I think I talked about this yesterday. Yes. So. Uh, Yes, Higehiro is one of them, and Kokimo is the other. And they are both about a high school girl and older salaryman who meet and eventually either date or try to date. And those are both romantic comedies. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean the thing. Like I said, I have no interest in watching either of them because the premise. I'm just like, no, I'm good. I don't need to see those shows. I might give the very trite show. There's like a third romantic comedy show out this season that I might give a chance to. Um, where the premise is a guy like gets rejected by the girl he's interested in, and so his best friend suggests the two of them start dating to get their revenge. But of course, she and we know as an audience, we know that the best friend has been in love with him. So this is like her big attempt to get them together. Uh, and I think that premise is like meh. Like I'm not super into the premise, but I might give that a chance just to give something of the genre a shot. Because I don't dislike romantic comedies. I thought Horimiya was really good. It was one of the, it might be the best show this year so far because we've only had one season. Because I thought it was like of new shows, I thought it was really solid. Um, and then I didn't love the second season of Quintessential Quintuplets because the first season was about getting to know the characters and them getting to know Futuro. And the second season is all of them, all five of them, figuring out that they really like him, whereas in the first season, only one girl knew that she liked him. So it got less good, in my opinion, once it became about them like fighting with each other. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of very special episodes of this one of them like making big strides. So yeah, I prefer the first season to the second. Uh, Mainly because like I see the writing on the wall, and I know that there is a character that the girl who is going to win is not the one I want to win. Is my guess. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. I can't tell you for sure because I haven't seen all of it or read it. But yeah, it is nice sometimes that there are just like a ton of shows that I haven't seen and I never will see, and I think that's okay and totally fine. Sometimes they are good, sometimes they're bad, and sometimes like I feel like I make the right choice. Wonder Egg, I guess due to a bunch of problems, they're not the season didn't end like conclusively. They're getting a special in like June to finish off the show, and that like because I guess there have been some production problems, or maybe they really needed a 13th. They needed a 13th episode and they didn't get it, so instead they're doing like a special. Uh, and it's just like that sucks for people that are really into that show to like have to wait a really long time to hopefully get a resolution to the series. Like that's a real bummer. Uh, and I thankfully don't have to deal with that. Uh, all right, let's get the hands done on here. We need ooh, because this is a master grade. We will have like a thumb in this, not just the fingers. So that's cool. And we'll put those together. B11 is for one side, B10 is for the other. Okay. But yeah, I'll be talking about shows as they come up, basically. I'm not going to talk about. I haven't finished the first episode of Jorin, Princess of Snow and Blood, or Blood and Snow. I actually forget which one it is. Uh, I don't know if I'm going to keep watching that, but I do like that it's not what I was expecting. I thought Jorin, because I saw the first trailer, and here I'll admit this. I think this is like fine to admit. Um, I watched the first trailer and totally missed the parts where there's like magic and supernatural stuff happening in it, and I had to rewatch it because like I was watching the first episode, and then like all of a sudden like shit started happening, and I was like, wait, what? What's happening in the show? I thought the show was girl had everything taken away from her, grew up to be a killer to get her revenge. And it is that, but it's also girl grows up to get her revenge via magical powers bestowed on her by a mystical entity taking the form of a crow. It's basically the crow, but a samurai. Uh, and there are other people with abilities, and I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm not upset about it. I'm just surprised. So yeah, I'm sure we will get. I will have more information about that when it comes when I see it. But I'll probably just do the first two episodes because I was focusing for last Thursday to finish up because we had a two season finales and a series finale. Although theoretically it could be it. I know we're getting more slime, so I know that wasn't a season finale. Theoretically, we could be looking at the series finale of um, uh, Laid Back Camp. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you that Laid Back Camp is definitely going to have more episodes. I know it's a very popular show, but you know, uh, this season we saw a third, this season we saw a third series for a chill slice of life. Non Non Biori had its third season, and that is unbelievably rare to have like a chill slice of life like that get so many episodes. That is like remarkably strange. But as I said, Laid Back Camp incredibly popular, well liked. So if any show was going to get another season um, in the genre, I would say it was that. But again, I don't know. Um, And yeah, and then I'm just going to be like looking on YouTube for people that are putting up clips of things to see if anything strikes me as interesting, looking for reviews of things. I will be looking for those diamonds in the rough. Like, I've only heard from one person so far that really liked Mars Red, but I feel like I'm probably not going to like Mars Red. But if more people are like, no, this show about vampires who work for the Japanese government to kill other vampires is actually great, and it is not a poorly handled allegory for race, the discussions of racism. Uh, if you know if I hear that, then like cool, I'll check it out. But I am a little worried about that show, and if it's going to be able to do anything good. You never know. So far, I have not watched anything that I'm like, nope, I am done with this already. So that's nice. Nice to have that. As I said, that can change, but. And sometimes I drop things as I go, you know? That's how it is. We don't always. I am not beholden to continue to watch something that does not interest me, although occasionally I do. I have, been known to realize that something is not for me and not something I'm into. Certainly done that. We'll see. And then occasionally there's something that comes out that I'm like, this doesn't seem to interest me, and then I hear a lot of people are like it, and then I'll watch it again. Like I tried to watch uh, Skate the Infinity, and just like never clicked, never was something that I was like, no, no, tried it twice, just not liking it. Wish I did, because I know people who really like it, but I'm not one of those people. And then sometimes I luck out. Like, obviously, not it's not obvious, but I am fully aware that uh, uh, Promised Neverland is an incredibly strong show that people have a lot of positive feelings about. At least they have positive feelings about the first season, and then they have negative feelings about the second season. But I didn't see either season because the idea of children consistently in peril is not a genre that I am engaged in, or a subject that I am interested in. Especially as I get older. I guess I'm just not super into that. So, like, no thanks. I'm good. Just like, oh, I forgot there's a romantic comedy show this season that I'm definitely not going to watch about a girl that constantly pesters her upperclassmen and teases him. And that's the show. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to watch that. Maybe it'll be great. Now, you might call me a hypocrite because I thought Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out was lovely, but those were college kids, and this is a high school girl. And whereas Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out was making fun of him, and there was a playful rapport between the two of them, this girl is seemingly tormenting this dude. Uh, uh, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm not interested. I'm sure some people will love it, but I was like, no, that doesn't seem like a show I'm going to watch. And maybe it'll be great. Maybe I'll see a clip of it and I'll go like, shoot, I should have given that a shot, or I'll give that a shot now. But whatever. There's so much anime for me to watch and talk about. Second season of Iruma-kun, Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, is coming out. I'm very excited about that. We'll get Clara, aka one of the best girls of all time. Clara rules. And there'll be moments of dark, kind of scary Iruma, which will be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm going to sneeze at some point. I'm going to try to mute myself, but I can feel a sneeze coming on. So let me hit. I'm going to sneeze. I thought it was coming, folks. I muted myself because I could feel it and then nothing. So it'll just actually instead just come out of nowhere, and I'm going to be really annoyed. I could just feel that. But yeah. All right, I got to put shoulders on this thing. Shoulder, armor. And then we can put the arms on, which is cool. Um, I'll say this, folks. Uh, Viewership has been a little light these past couple weeks, and uh, I'm not, like, look, I'd rather that people that are here because they want to be here and they're having a good time and they're enjoying what I do. Um, but would love it if there were more people. That's all I'll say. Hey, catching a Pat stream says Silver Streak. Hey, Silver Streak. I am once again impressed by the uh, coloration of the plastic on this one. That red looks clean. Yes. The Ootori version of this Strike Rouge, I'm really psyched about. The different. This is like it reads definitely reads as white here underneath this light, but this is pink. I don't have a good. Uh, yeah, because this is pure white and this is pink, and there is a difference between these two colors, even if it doesn't quite read. Um, you can see it slightly, yeah. So like you can maybe see the difference. Like it's going to be hard underneath my light. Like if I take this out, you can definitely tell these are two different shades. If I take the overhead light up, I'm going to turn the overhead light back on, folks. Oops. For folks that are light sensitive, yeah, it's a lovely pink, and then this is like a deeper pink, which I really like, and this red is really striking. So again, thank you to Lashbrook for picking up for buying gift cards to USA Gundam Store with the purpose of me picking up this kit. I very much appreciate it. All right, let's build the shoulders. M pieces and D pieces. Dirty wants me to ring the bell. Hey, Dirty, I'm going to ring the bell. My physical bell that I have. Here's the ring. Rang that bell for 1,000. Literally ringing a bell. Thank you for doing that. Also, good evening. But yeah, this is E. Let's see, I need D. Yeah, all I was saying, like, I would love it if more people were watching what happens here. It's okay if they're not, but I'm hoping a few more people find out about what I do and who I am from the when I do Plamo. I'm hoping, obviously the number one goal is raise a ton of money for charity. Also, if more people know what I'm up to, that would be great. And then I was supposed to be on a podcast sometime in March, which obviously didn't happen. So I'm hoping that happens soon. I have to reach out about that because I would love to get, like, even if I can put a little pressure, try to get that done so I can promote the charity stream that I'm doing, but also so I can promote me and what I'm about. And then I have put more thought into. I think I'm going to wait until after to really think if I'm going to do this. If I do this idea, it'll be after the charity stream. But I'll certainly announce it if and when it happens. I am considering the idea of having guests on the stream. Like I'm thinking more about having audio guests. They wouldn't be video because that's just a lot for my uplink to handle. But the idea of having some people join me on audio for streams is appealing. So we'll see if that happens. I mean, again, I'm not saying for sure that is a guarantee, but I am saying that is a thing that I am thinking about doing because I do think that that would be neat. To have some people come in, watch the stream, see what I'm up to, and then talk to me, and we'll just like have a chat. And then the idea, I guess, would be that like they'll be on audio with me, and then they can watch the stream if they want to see what I'm doing. They'll be slightly delayed, but they can see chat and they can see me, and I think that'll be fun. I've only had in the history of the Bill With Bear actual streams. Hey Pat and everyone says, okay. Mafik Shucky, 1999. I apologize, or yeah, if I said that wrong, but welcome. Hey to you. Welcome to the Baer Workshop. So the history of this is just call me Mafik for short if you want. Mafik. Okay, I will do that. Mafik, thank you very much for being here. Uh, Welcome everybody that's watching the stream. How's the Strike Rogue? Uh, Rouge. I keep saying Rogue. It's Rouge. It's good. So this is a 2013 kit, but it's based on a lot of 2011 parts, and uh, a master grade from that era is like pretty simple. Like the instructions aren't as robust as you would get in modern master grades, but uh, I would call master grades of this era straightforward. Like, have I had more caps? Yes, I've had way more caps on a sheet for a master grade. Is this still a lot of polycaps? I think so. Um, but it's one of those things like, okay, this makes sense. This is all coming together. I think it looks fantastic. I think that is the number one thing, is that this kit just looks great. Um, uh, and it definitely takes it takes marker really well for the panel lining. So I have been fairly impressed with it so far. Obviously nowhere near done. We're just working on I did the chest and the head and working on the arms now, but it's coming together pretty easy. Um, okay, so yeah. So what I was saying was, for uh, for this stream, um, I only two times have I had guests. One was Aaron Trites. I was in San Diego for San Diego Comic Con, where Aaron lives in San Diego now, and I had him to the hotel to build some stuff with me during that weekend, which was really fun. It was great because I was able to stream for the hotel, and that was really chill and fun to do. And then the only other time was my second ever stream. Or no, it was my first stream, my first ever stream. I happened to be in an office where I knew some people, and my friend John knocked on the door, and I was like, "Hey, grab a microphone," which I happen to have a second microphone, and my friend John joined me for my first ever stream, and those are the only two times I've ever had a guest on the Build with Baer. Um, Fair enough, really want MG, but too expensive for me, so I might stick with the 144 scale model kit. Totally understand, especially since last year, where all of the prices have gone up for everything, with importing being harder to do, uh, and everything going like MSRP. Forget MSRP. Uh, the only thing I think you can do is these days is pre-order any model kit, because if you don't pre-order model kits, they're just going to be incredibly expensive by the time you try to buy it, which sucks that people are now forced to pre-order stuff just to be able to get it for a reasonable price. It's very frustrating. As somebody that constantly has to buy model kits. How excited is Aaron about Thanksgiving SDCC? I haven't heard from him about that. I don't think he's made an official announcement other than, look, he runs a comic shop that is walking distance from the convention center in San Diego. Signings and appearances from friends, because he has so many industry friends. That week should be incredibly good for him, because all he needs is a few friends in the industry to recommend people come out to see them at his store, and suddenly he's doing really well for himself. So I'm sure that like he wants things to be fine, but also, you know, that's going to be a weird weekend, and it's going to be a weird San Diego Comic Con. Hey, oh, okay. This is a good question. From Spen. Hey Pat, speaking of guests on stream, any chance of a 404 style stream? Um, I don't know. I like that idea. So I have done in the past. I have done on my birthday last year. I had people in Discord and we did Jackbox, and that was really fun. And then I did for PAX Online. I did Pat Bear's Anime Club, which we aired, and then I did like a watch along with that when it was out, and people were chatting about stuff, and that was fun. So I'm I'm definitely going to, when things open up, apply for the July PAX Online again, because I expect to be able to get my panels in. So I'm definitely going to do another one of those. Now, am I going to do 404ing it as a panel? I don't know. The idea of having friends on to do like some more game stuff, like I definitely think I'm going to do a birthday stream this year. I definitely think that's in the cards, so that'll be in June. Um, because my birthday this year will be a Wednesday, so that's my bonus game stream. Now I don't know what would we would do per se, um, but I definitely could see myself having more, having some friends on. Um, but I think if I was going to do something like 404, I would probably, yeah, that would probably be something that like I recorded, like just because of bandwidth and all that. I would probably record that for a panel, like at a convention, more than I would do it as a live thing. Um, but yeah, I like that idea. Um, By the way, I might stop ordering Gundams this year because I had enough disappointment last year MG release, so I decided buying 30-minute mission kits. Oh, you started doing those. That's great. Yeah, I mean, look, follow your heart on these things, right? Like, uh, I had some fun with some master grades, but they were all like premium Bandai things that I had to order and older and like one of my favorite kits was a master grade that I bought, from 2019. So like I get it. I'm excited about the full mechanics Calamity. I think that's a really cool looking kit. That's master grade size certainly. I think it's a 100 scale. So I'm excited about trying that out. But I totally get the feeling that it's just like I don't know if this is for me. It's been rough. I mean, they also they put a lot of effort into their high grades, and Bandai put a lot of effort into a lot of exclusive stuff and in some new sizes and styles. But like, yeah, uh, it was a little lacking in the master grades. It'll be interesting to see if there's any master grades for this live action show. I should say this, folks. I have seen absolutely nothing of this live action show because it has not been picked up anywhere. And I only saw was a trailer of it, which looked interesting, I guess is what I'll say. It looked like it might be cool. Uh, I don't know, what's going to happen there, but it was kind of I don't know what this is going to be feeling about that show. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be rad as heck, but I was a little skeptical. There just seemed to be a lot of like characters. Like they were really the trailer I was watching was obviously really focused on the characters, and then had it looked like Gundam builders, but like older kids and maybe higher stakes is kind of what I got the vibe of. And there was definitely a kid that was 100% the Char because you gotta have a Char. But there was definitely a kid that I was like, oh, you're the Char of this show. That's kind of fun. Hey, welcome, Words. I don't know if you saw the announcement, but it seems like they're starting to import Zoids again. Yes, it looks like they're picking up more Zoids, and so I'm going to be looking at some of the Zoids Wild. I built one Zoids Wild and I liked it, um, so I might end up picking up another because I certainly didn't dislike it. Um, Hype for the GM Cannon HG, yeah, but ended up P Bandai, so I'm done with Gundams going on to 30-minute missions. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Look, you can always come back to them. Maybe they'll drop in price some, or they'll be a little closer to MSRP, soon because things will be a little easier to ship, and stores will bounce back, hobby shops will bounce back a bit, and it won't be pure online. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm also really interested to find out. Uh, you know how there was the Cup Noodle and then the Saturn and the PlayStation model kits? Well, that Best Hit collection, or Best Hit Chronicle, I should say, those are 1 through 3 of supposedly 5, and I want to know what 4 and 5 are supposed to be, because, like, I will build 4 and 5 if they put them out, because I didn't necessarily love the Saturn and the PlayStation. I like them, but that cup noodle is one of my favorite kits from last year, and I would definitely love to see another one of those. That was such a unique, interesting kit to put together. Uh, Even if I didn't love all of the stickers that were needed for it, it was still joyful to experience. So I would love to see them try that again. And yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what Hit Chronicle number 2 is going to be. Okay, so how do these go on? How do these fit on here? That? Okay. Oh, okay, snaps in like that. We'll panel line these before we put them on we attach the shoulders, because it'll just be easier to do it now. And then we will take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel if that's something you'd like to do. Welcome to everybody here. If you're new, if you are a long time, if you are returning for a break, whatever it is, welcome. This is the Build with Baer Workshop. I am working on the Gundam Strike Rouge Ootori. The Ootori part of this kit is the big backpack. This is the Gundam Seed, and I believe this is from the re-release of the remaster of the show. Gundam Seed, a series that has its detractors and its lovers. I am somewhere in the middle of it, and for some reason, Siri decided that she thought I was talking to her, and I was not. 30mm has a good kit, which is the armor sets that I most like, the high mobility type armor for the Chianova. Oh, great. That's rad. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I've seen some photos of those, and they do look neat. I won't lie, but I don't have any experience with building them yet, as of yet. Yeah, they do look cool. I want another Gundam in the entry grade line, because I have built now several entry grades, and I enjoyed them, but I would love to fall in love with them the way that I fell in love with the entry grade RX-782. I want a Zaku 2. I would love a entry grade Zaku 2. I'd like to see how they put that together, because like the on the one hand you've got like a kit like that, which was just like, this is where everyone should start. The entry grade RX-782 is the entry point for people that want to get into model kit building. But every other thing in that line, from Deku, which I was happy they have a Deku. They finally tried a My Hero. I was so happy about that, because I think they did a great job with it. But that and the other kits that I've built, the Dragon Ball and the Kamen Rider. For Dragon Ball Kamen Rider, I'd much rather build the figurized kits. I think the figurized kits are so much more enjoyable to build. And yeah, they have stickers, but they're not terrible. But they at least have mobility. And yeah, those kits are inexpensive. I mean, that's part of the idea. Is they're beginners. They're inexpensive because they're for beginners, but also they still rely on a lot of stickers to put them together, and I'm not thrilled with that. Well, I want Pixie Gundam as entry grade, but nah, not going to happen, because it might end up a P-Bandai. Yeah. But I think doing the RX-72, the RX-72 entry grade is so lovely that I just would love to see them try it with something else. I don't think they will, but they certainly could. All right, let's attach this arm here. We're going to attach the two arms. We are going to take a pause for the cause after we do that. And I'll talk about ways you can support the channel. I'll try to go through it fast. I'll mention a few videos I think you should check out that I have made that would benefit me if you watch them. Ooh, that one on nice and easy. Sometimes these arms with shoulders that are in this like fold-up pattern style, they don't like to go on that easy sometimes. But this went on not too bad. This went on smooth. So that's nice. So we'll get that on. That. And then pop that on. Alright, and then we can pop that down. Although this, oops, that popped out. I said that it was going on nice and smooth, and then this popped right out. So let's see if I can pop that back in. Yeah, we did it. Great. Little annoying, but it was great. Good mobility. Ooh, these are tight in a way that, like, in a good way, in a great way. These are not loose. These joints. You'd be a little worried about that. Occasionally, I'm a little worried about kits from this era still having that, not needing to put anything in there, not needing anything to keep these. So yeah, these should hold weapons pretty well with the right hands, obviously. But yeah, top half of this kit is done, and in fact, in a surprise, I will say, we're going to build the waist next. Instead of starting with the feet and working our way up from the bottom, which often happens with master grades, we're going to start with the waist, which usually we do dead last. I mean, obviously, the side skirt pieces are going to go on very last because you got to get the legs on before you put the side skirt pieces on. Have an artwork as a gift. So, I only allow VIP folks to link in the chat just to try to keep things cleaned up. And so I'm not clicking on links because I don't want to see, like to keep things clean, only VIPs can put links in the chat. You can, however, if you would like, send me a link on Twitter, twitter.com/PatBear. Or if you're in my Discord, you can post a link in the Discord. But yeah, here in chat, unfortunately, cannot. I try to restrict links. So I apologize, but that as I do not have mods other than Nightbot, my attempt to try to keep things a little organized since I am a solo show. But I do appreciate it. But yeah, you're welcome to use those two avenues. So we are going to talk about ways you can support the channel. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible. So I apologize for even taking some time off of building in order to chat with you. But first things first, since I do have you all here, before I get into my ad reads, I appreciate that. Let me say, this is a charity event that I am doing. The Plamo Weekender, the Plastic Model Kit Weekender. I am one of 21 streamers. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. It starts on Friday in the afternoon, and it runs through Sunday. There'll be 21 model kit builders streaming. Some people will be doing multiple shifts. I'm going to do one 3-hour shift. It will be 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. So it's basically my normal stream time with 1 extra hour on that Friday the 16th. And we'll all be raising money to support the Cure Alzheimer's Fund. A thing I will let you know about the Cure Alzheimer's Fund is that all of the board members do not take a salary. So all of your money goes directly to help support research to cure Alzheimer's once and for all. So we're raising money. If you donate $20 at any time through the weekend, you'll be entered into winning prizes. Multiple 20s will not enter you multiple times. It's one time all. But during my 3 hours, every time we raise $50 cumulative, so you put in 10, someone else puts in 40, we hit that $50. I'll open a pack of random trading cards. I bought several packs of random trading cards, all kinds of different cards, and I am very excited to open those. So I will pause what I'm doing. I'm working on a kit that I will announce on Monday. I will put it out there saying what I'm working on. It's nothing incredible, but it is an odd-looking kit. I'm excited about building it on stream. So that's my stream is going to be the 16th. I won't be streaming on the 15th that week, so it'll be replacing my Thursday stream. So I hope you come and check that out. Now, if you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the emote in the chat. Let the people know you are a subscriber. We will get back to building in just a moment or two, but I do want to do my ad reads real quick, talk about ways you can support the channel. Becoming a subscriber is an easy way to support what I do here because it's $5 a month. If you've been gifted a sub, you can convert that sub to a regular. You can convert that if you'd like at any time, and they won't charge you until your gift has ended. Gifting subs is we just had Gift subs, as mentioned. I was just about to talk about gift subs. Bobby says, Happy New Month. Bobby jumping up top of the leaderboard. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego set them out. Also, everyone, please thank Bobby. And now I will read the welcomes to the new subscribers, who are Michael, Aaron, Mafik, who just, I believe, peaced out, but Mafik, welcome. Magical Attack Gecko, and Brozard. I recognize at least one of those names. And Akiko is here. Welcome. Akito. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, new subscribers. As always, if you would like to convert those subscriptions, you're more than welcome to at any time. Using your Twitch Prime token is a great way to support the stream. Just being here, great way to support the stream. Bits and coins. You could join the leaderboard. Right now, the top of the leaderboard is for bits is Harold with 20. So bits and coins always appreciated. Donations of that are a great way to support what I do. And thank you very much, everybody that continues to support me here. Again, we'll get through these really fast. Now, if you were thinking, Pat, your Patreon, I was thinking about joining it. When's a good day to do that? Well, today's a great day to do that. It's the beginning of the month. So why not join my Patreon? If $5 is too much for you here on Twitch, or you just don't want to be a subscriber, $1 tier, $3 tier, $5 tier, $10 tier. Great time to join the old Patreon if you wanted to. You're under no obligation to do any of these things that I'm telling you right now. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? Thank you so much. You can, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find all this in the show description. Also, hey, if you're on my YouTube, youtube.com/PatBear, why not subscribe to my channel for free, or join it for fucking $2 a month? You could join it. You get a video early every week. It's a pretty okay deal. You also have my thanks, and I appreciate you very much. Other ways to support what I do. One-time donations, because everything I make through YouTube, through Patreon, through Twitch, all goes into buying model kits and equipment. And I have donations here. I have to figure out how to get my coffee to pop up as a notification, but my Streamlabs does, and PayPal is just between us. But thank you very much to anybody that wants to donate that way. It just goes into fund. Now, this kit was purchased via gift card to USA Gundam Store, which USA Gundam Store has gift cards for available. They'll send you an email with a code, and then you take that code, and then you DM me on Twitter with it, like Lashbrook did, and then I buy stuff. And you can make suggestions, be like, hey, you should build this thing. And, like, if they have it at USA Gundam Store, I'll pick it up. That is an alternative to Amazon's wish list, because I know people don't want to buy stuff on Amazon, and I get that and respect it and totally understand. But I have an Amazon wish list because it is easy. And if you buy something like that, it comes to me in the mail. I'll make a video about it, and then I'll build it on stream. I've got inexpensive Lego sets, more expensive Lego sets, high grades, master grades, stuff with Amazon Prime shipping, stuff without Amazon Prime shipping, things that are expensive, things that are inexpensive. The only G-Reco I could find from Rick Kaga's in G that I could find, I put on there. It's expensive. It is a 144 scale high grade for $33, which is expensive. But it's a weird looking thing because it's a grunt from the series. It is the only thing from Redeco that I could find on Amazon, and it's because that's now that I worked on the Gundam Age kit. Redeco is the only series I haven't built anything from that is animated. The only Gundam animated series I haven't built anything from is that. Every other Gundam I have built something from, and a lot of the manga and movies, which is just so strange. But yeah, I put a bunch of stuff up in there. You can buy something on the list. It'll come to me. I'll shoot a video and say thank you. And that is the thing you can do. Now, if you want to support me for free, you just join my Discord. That's a nice thing. We'll get back to building in a moment after I plug my Discord. And then I'm going to plug a couple videos that I made that you should check out. Pat Bear's Anime Club. This was recorded live. It was me talking about the end of the anime season, the start of the next season. I gave a preview of stuff that I'm interested in, stuff that I'm not interested in, my favorite shows from last season, my least favorite shows from last season. So check that out if you're interested. The other video you should watch is Baer With Me. which is my reaction series where I watch things and give my honest reaction. This was a clip about Pikachu and another Pokemon, and I thought it was very cute. Uh, and yeah, those are the videos. I'm going to drink some water. I'm even going to put in the water thing here saying, hey, drink some water. And then I'm going to talk about some anime, and we're going to build. And as I said, not giving the play-by-plays much anymore, but I'm going to try to give the highlights or things that interest me, especially as we get into these new shows. But maybe one of these shows will interest you, and you'll be like, ooh, I'm going to check this show out. And if you do, you can let me know. But let me drink some water. And you should drink some water. Also, it is not implicit in this, or not implicit, I am not specific when I say water. Water obviously means that beverage of your choice. Water, in this case, goes with the overall thing of take care of yourself and look after yourself. Now, that might mean it's time to stretch, time to roll some stuff around, try to move around, try to take your hand off of your head off your hand, and move around a bit. It also might mean, hey, did you take your meds? Were you supposed to take your meds an hour ago, but you ended up watching the stream and you forgot to do it? Then you should do it. That's your reminder. Look after yourself. But let's get back to building. Working on the waist here. Actually, give me one quick second. Gonna hit the old. Be right back. All right, and now I'm back. And okay, now we go. All right. The waist unit, for some reason, has a bunch of tiny pieces that need to get connected. Not too tiny, but some tiny pieces. So we'll get a bunch of those together. While I talk to you about 3 anime shows that I started watching, as I said, 2 of them are new. So, it is important to tell you that if you did not watch SSSS Gridman, you can totally watch SSSS.DYNAZENON. You can totally watch it. If you watch it and you're like, oh, they're big kaiju and there's a big robot fighting big kaiju, that's all you really need to know to start it. Now, if you watched Gridman, you might pick up a few things in the show that you otherwise wouldn't pick up if you hadn't watched it. I would also recommend SSS Gridman because it, in my opinion, where's L? I gotta find L. M, N, there's G. Where is, I need L. Folks, I need the L piece here. I gotta find L. B, G, F, D. There's L. Found L. Great. Yeah, so if you didn't see Gridman, I would recommend it because I think it's well done. This is Gridman is a remake / sequel to the live-action Gridman, which is a Ultraman style show. Also, to explain even further, the Gridman series in Japan ran, and then years later, in the 90s, in the same era as Power Rangers and various other shows that footage was taken from them and used, live action footage was taken from them and used to make new shows in America. Gridman, they took elements of Gridman and used that in Superhero Samurai Cyber Squad. Superhuman Cyber Squad. Yes, cyber has an S. So that's the 4 S's in Gridman and also in DYNAZENON. So it is not a direct sequel with the same characters. It's new characters, but it's part of what they're calling the Gridman universe, because of course they are. So there will be similar themes. This is Trigger at its Trigger, Studio Trigger. They are mostly playing to their strengths of monsters and people with style. If I can tell you that the person who is not the director of this show, but the one of the key art people from late Gynex, who founded Trigger, this feels like Trigger, the part of Trigger that is a company that came out of Gainax, very much. There is a Gurren Lagann style vibe to the art direction of these original characters. And I say that with the highest like regard. Like in many ways, this thing looks incredible, and I'm very interested in seeing what happens to the show. Now, there is a problem in that there is a character who is not wearing a lot of clothes. Um, and there is a reference to she hangs out with her cousin, who is a neat, who lives. He doesn't have a job, and he's basically a shut-in. Um, and they make a comment about how it's always annoying when they go out together because people don't believe that he's her cousin. Uh, and that put up, I would say, some red flags about like, oh boy, I hope this character is not in the show that much. Sorry to you, Chise, but I hope you are not in the show that often because you seem like you could be a issue of me enjoying the show. Um, so there's that. Um, I love that her cousin gets roped into being one of like he's just like he doesn't leave the house. He gets convinced to leave the house, and then he gets sucked up and becomes the pilot, one of the 4 pilots needed to pilot this big robot. Now, Dynazenon, when I tell you that this thing looks rad as hell, even if it's CGI and everything else is digital, except for the kaiju or CGI, yes, it's CGI, but it's still fucking rad as hell. Like, it is Studio Trigger at its best. Like, this, it just looks cool as hell. I think the visuals are just like so impressive that you'll like see it and be like, I think you'll know right away if this is the show you want to check out just by looking at the art. And I put some of it on my Twitter if you want to check that out. I will say I am also worried about this was not the girl, the scantily clad girl. This is another girl. The episode ends with the girl saying to the main guy, "Something is wrong with me," and that is unbelievably so Studio Trigger to have like this like, especially knowing like one of the characters in Gridman and what happened with her. Like, I'm just like, are we already in episode 1 saying that this girl is like the reason this stuff is happening, or I'm not sure what exactly is going on. But it was just like, okay, fine. Um, but overall, I'm interested. I think the art looked great. Also, the opening to Gridman played. They literally played the opening to Gridman during this episode when some cool shit happened. When Dynazenon transformed into I would have called it a dragon. They called it a dinosaur, Dino Rex. It's a big robot friend that turns into a big dragon, like T-Rex with wings friend. Uh, so it's awesome, is what I'm saying. It looks rad as hell, and I was super impressed with it. So that is SSSS.DYNAZENON. And I say I am giving this a second episode. Definitely. I could get it. So far is not like Darling in the Franxx, like make me want to not watch it, but it's also not Little Witch Academia where I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world and I can't wait. It's kind of like Gridman where I'm like, all right, you got me interested, and then eventually I was super into Gridman. I don't know yet how that's going to feel. I love Trigger, and this was a good start, but yeah, always some sketchy stuff. Exactly, like Kill la Kill is I think a great example of a show that you're like, this seems like Kill la Kill is a qualified recommendation where I'm like, there's a lot that's great about that show, but also if you started watching it and you got mad at me for recommending it, I would understand. Overall, I still think that show is worth watching, but oof. And like it is the point where Little Witch Academia, I think, is the only Trigger that I can universally say like yes. Whereas like even Gridman, I was like, you got to give it a little bit. It gets incredible, but it starts out like kind of not. And I think also you have to like kind of love the old Gridman and Ultraman and stuff like that to really like that. Where this, I'm hoping, in also like Transformers, like a lot of Transformers stuff helped with that. But this, I don't know. I don't know yet. I think people that just like weird shit might be into this one. So if you like your anime a little weird, um, if you like your anime, sad but beautiful, I think I've got the show for you. And that show is called. Let me get the piece into here first. Those Snow White Notes. This is about Setsu. He is a dude. He's a young man. He grew up out in the boonies in the country, and he learned how to play the shamisen, which is an ancient, a very old. Um, sorry, let me make sure I'm getting the right piece on here. Yeah, yes. Is a very old instrument. Um, it is. It's not a banjo, it's not a guitar, but it is both a banjo and a guitar. You have seen it. You have heard the sound that it makes. You have heard it in anime. You have seen people play it in anime. Um, you may have even seen it part of throwback music groups that have been the rage occasionally uh, uh, in Japan. Um, it is a beautiful instrument, and this kid is good with it. He's not as good as his grandfather was. And also, hey, the first episode starts with finding out, I'll say this, it's important for the story. I gotta tell you, his grandfather passes away. And so he's just like, well, I don't know why I would be playing this instrument. I'll take it with me, but I don't know why, and I don't have any idea what I should do with my life. I guess I'm just going to Tokyo to fucking figure things out. And he meets some kind of shitty people, kind of nice people. There are some people down on their luck. There are some people certainly not the nicest, and maybe they'll get better. Uh, for being a country bumpkin, he understands some stuff very well and other things not well at all, but he has a pretty good read on people. Um, and a character who's in the first episode just fucking is there to kind of move things along. He accidentally, or kind of like through happenstance, ends up playing, and even if he's like kind of feeling it, even in his I'm feeling very alone and very hollow, he still kicks ass at the instrument, and it's still beautiful to hear him play for an audience. And it's one of those things where you're like, it's this kind of anime. There's supposed to be this rock show, and he ends up going on stage and playing, and people are just like, holy fucking shit. Like, it's that thing, it's just like, why am I, like, literally a character is like, why am I crying right now? It's just a guy and that instrument. What's happening? And at the very end of the episode, his mom shows up, and she seems over the top and nonsensical, and I definitely don't think I like her. But we'll see. She seemed like a fucking lot. There was a lot happening with this with the mom. But yeah, it looks beautiful. I know that it is about him finding people and teaching them music and starting like an appreciation kind of thing happening. Like that is an element. So like, look, I can tell this show is about him figuring out where he's meant to be and what he's meant to do, and finding his sound again, finding his love of music again, and maybe like trying to fill out the parts of him that are empty. And I think that's fucking beautiful. So it might not be the show for you. I'm going to keep watching it. Again, that is those Snow White Notes. Because right now, I have only watched a couple new shows this season. It is my favorite. As I said, I've only watched 3 new shows, and one of them is just season 5 of My Hero Academia. This was kind of a nothing episode of My Hero Academia. So, like, stuff happened. If your favorite character was introduced at the end of season 4, which is the bunny girl, the martial arts bunny girl, hey, guess what? The martial arts bunny girl shows up. So if that's like, if that was something you were just like, hell yeah, then you got that. You got that character. She's there. Um, Big things to this one. Hawks is trying to work undercover, so we're getting more of Hawks, uh, where he is trying to help out by seemingly siding with the League of Villains secretly, but is clearly him just trying to uh, ingratiate himself to find out more information. And I don't think that's going to work. Dobby is definitely setting himself up as a major villain this arc, which is interesting. No spoilers about Dobby, because I do know spoilers about that character. I'm not going to say them. I have manga spoilers. Um, but also, yeah. Other things. The continued effort of the storyline plot of Endeavor and his redemption arc is not my favorite part of the show with the Todoroki family, although I do love the idea of the three siblings finally starting to like get to know one another and spending some time together. I think that's kind of fun. Again, this is not my favorite part of the show, but okay. Just like, yeah, we should want people to grow and try to make things right, but Endeavor sucks. So like, well, um, and then Deku has another one of his all for one dreams. He had these before. We've actually seen these before, but in this one, like we know that uh, that that one for all was created by All for One's brother. All for One, the guy who steals uh, people's quirks and can give other people their quirks. Um, he thought his brother didn't have any quirks, so he gave him a quirk to store energy so that he could like have some power. But his brother did have a quirk, which was that he could gift those powers, which is how All for One started. And because Deku's only having so much of the abilities, he can't really lock into a lot of these powers, but eventually he will be able to lock into those powers and have even more strength, apparently, which is cool for Deku. Um, and then we got a preview that the Class 1A is going to fight Class 1B, which we kind of already knew from the opening animation, opening song. We kind of knew that was coming, but that's starting next week. And that should be pretty cool because one of my favorite minor characters from Class 1B is the girl that can make mushrooms appear. And if you're like, Pat, that sounds like the worst power, she just makes mushrooms. Well, all she really needs is water to make mushrooms. So she can just like make a wall of mushrooms for camouflage. Or, I don't know, how about she makes mushrooms grow inside your throat? Also, she's got her haircut makes it look like she's got a mushroom head, and that's just fun. Uh, so that character fucking rules, and I'm excited to see her. And there are a bunch of other those girls that are great. So and guys too. And then of course the incredibly annoying guy, the loud annoying dude is there. So whatever. But yeah, we're gonna see Class 1A versus Class 1B in some battles. We get to see some people when their new powers and in new abilities and shit. And I assume this is also leading up to Deku getting more powers and more control of some of his abilities, which should be interesting to see what comes of that. And yeah, those are the anime shows that I wanted to talk about today. Again, next week we'll get episode 13 of 24 of So I'm a Spider, So What? That show took a week off, and that will be returning, which will be great. And then also, I'll talk about on Monday, theoretically, I'll talk about on Monday, Let's Make a Mug 2, TOO, which I am excited about. and then that'll be a regular Friday show, and then more shows will come out. Did you see the trailer for the new My Hero Academia movie? Yes, there is another canon movie because the movies are all part of the canon. I believe are all part of the canon. At the very least, two heroes and I believe they are canon, and they get referenced now and again. Excited for their adventures on the Tron grid. Yeah, I did not see the trailer for this. I will check it out, but I genuinely enjoy those movies, so that'll be cool. Uh, but yeah, I have not, as of right now, checked it out. Uh, Somebody fucking got arrested in Japan for trying to film 30 minutes of the Demon Slayer movie. And he said it was his second time seeing it, and he was filming it for home use because he didn't want to come back a third time to see it, which is not a good excuse. But yeah, dude got fucking arrested on site. Yikes. Careful if you are trying to pirate shit like that. They are not excited about that, especially a high grossing movie of that nature. But yeah, that's what I watched. I got a few things I'm excited about, I can tell you. Um, the Slime Diaries. I'm very excited about the Slime Diaries because while I did enjoy parts of season 2 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, I also was pretty like about it being so dark. And this is from a side manga that is more of a slice of life style show. Uh, and yeah, I think like a cute. They're not chibiified. They're not like little tiny versions, but they are like cute. They're cute. Like they went through like a cute filter. Like they look like stylistically someone did really good fan art of the characters but did them in their own style, and their own style is just like kind of like I don't know, just really cutesy and nice. Like it looks similar but different in a way that I was like, "Oh, that's kind of interesting." So I am interested to see more about that show because I do like that. So Slime Diaries, I believe that begins on Tuesday. It might take a week off, but I think it's this Tuesday. So that I'm excited about. Um, the Saint's magic power is omnipotent is one of the isekais of the season. I believe there are only two isekais this season. I might be wrong, but I believe there are only two, and one of them is um, the Saint's magic power is omnipotent, which is more of a old school, like a Escaflowne Fushigi style, like young lady coming to a different world, and it's somebody who was isekai'd along with somebody else, and they decided that she's not the important one, but we follow her, like just trying to like help people and use her knowledge and her magic abilities to like help. And then it turns out, wait, actually you could be the saint. Oh wow. And then the other isekai is I've been killing slimes for 300 years and max my level, which is about the most powerful witch in the whole ding dang universe, who was isekai'd, and she lives a life of leisure, and she just gets strong because she kills slimes every day for 300 years, and then she meets a bunch of nonsense lovely characters who are weirdly enough all ladies, and they all move in with her, and some of them are love interests, and some of them are daughter figures for her, or like little sister types, and it just seems like a very chill, um, not explicitly queer, but also this is definitely queer. Like this is like definitely subtext, like with occasional text, kind of just like chill slice of life where the main character happens to be isekai. Um, and I am here for it. Now I have got a mushroom head running through my mind, the chorus of Machine Head. Dirk says, thanks, Pat. Well, hey, you made the leap. All I said was about the girl with I only talked about the Mushroom Girl and how she rules. Your brain went where it wanted to go. This is not L. This is L. I was like, where's the piece I need to cut out? This is M. This isn't even L either. Where's L? There's L. Working on the waist here. Yeah, so those shows are the isekai. That and the second half of Slime Diaries, I guess, is also an isekai. So I guess we have 4 isekai this season, because then we also have the second half of Soma Spider So What, which is an isekai. So I guess we have 4 different. What was that? That was L7. L7 goes on this side. No. L4 and L5. So this is L4. Great. So yeah, I guess we have technically 4 because Slime Diaries is an isekai. Yeah, so I believe there are 4. Let's see, what else was there? Dragon Goes House Hunting. Definitely going to watch that. That is a chill little show about a dragon who is like the nice dragon and just trying to find a house, and people are like not having it because that's a dragon. Gotta fight a dragon. Uh, Look, do I think Seven Knights Revolution Hero Successor is going to be a good anime? No. Am I going to watch the first episode of it because it's called Seven Knights Revolution Hero Successor? Yes. It's basically the idea that, like, there were heroes, and sometimes they get reincarnated, and they get reincarnated, into new heroes. They get old powers, and then a young boy gets rescued, and then is revealed that he is also one of them, but the hero that he is reincarnated as, no one's ever heard of. It is like, so people are like, what the fuck's happening? And so it's his story of being like somebody who didn't think they were going to be a hero, and also people don't believe that he is a hero. And that seems like fine. Like, that's one of those shows where I'm going to like watch the first episode and be like, yes or no. Same thing with like Dragon Quest Kai, or Dragon Quest Dai. I didn't watch because I didn't watch the first Dragon Quest, and it really was just a remake of that for Dragon Quest series from years ago. And I was just like, I watched the first episode, and I was like, no, I'm good. I know some people liked it, but didn't appeal to me. But I don't always watch a lot of those kinds of action, just pure action without anything else going on shows. So I wasn't like super engaged. But we'll see. Maybe it's fucking brilliant, and I'm wrong. I'm happy for people that really like um, Fruits Basket because they're finally fucking getting the end of that story after years and years. That first version was not faithful. It ended weird. It really bummed people out. So I'm very happy that folks are getting the show they always wanted. But I just also don't really particularly. I didn't really like this adaptation. I think it's a good adaptation, but I think the source material I was just like kind of okay being done with. Um, but I am again thrilled for people that are like, holy shit, we finally get this show. We've been waiting so long for it. Like, that's awesome. I'm so happy for people that they get the thing. And new fans. There are new fans that are just like, this rules. I don't know. That's cool, and I'm happy for you. I will say for a master grade, it is kind of weird how big some of these pieces are. Like, you don't always see that on a master grade. Like, these legs, I believe these are big elements of the legs. We'll find out. Yeah, these are like big chonker parts of these legs, and that is a little surprising. Also, some full color with all of the different weapons and such, which is very cool. Nice to see that in a kit for 2013. Always happy to see that. But yeah, we'll get started on the legs here. We won't get too far on the feet, but we'll get them started. And then we'll move on. Let's see. Other things I'm excited about anime-wise. I say all the shows. I will check out Jurin the Princess of Snow and Blood, which is basically the Samurai Crow. But I will check that out. I'll just watch the first 2 episodes. Super Cub. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit. Excited for that. Let me check out the old Annie chart, see what else is coming out that I can be excited about. 86, 86 just sounds sad as shit. Uh, and maybe it's brilliant sad, but it sounds very sad. But it's basically like this country fights things. And they're like, oh, we have these pilotless drones that we use, and so like there's not a problem because we have these pilotless drones. Turns out they're not pilotless. There are people that just like are forced to be the pilots, and they just keep it. They just keep it a secret. Uh, and that sounds fucking sad as shit. And so I was like, ooh, I do not know about that. Um, So I was like, no, I don't know if I'm going to check that out. Uh, Combats will be dispatched. Now you might think, hey Pat, this is kind of an isekai because it's a fantasy planet. So technically, I guess you could call it an isekai. It's about a couple people that are working for an evil corporation, and so they're going to go track down like some power on this fantasy world. So I guess it is an isekai. It's an original series, but it is created by the same person who is best known for Konosuba and Kimono Michi. Two shows I did not enjoy. So I have not enjoyed either of the person's isekai before, so I can't imagine that I'm going to be like, hell yeah, time to check out this person's other work. I just can't imagine I'm going to like it because I did not enjoy the other. So I might give the first episode a try. I don't know. Dragon Ghost House Hunting, talked about that. Eden Zero. I think this is on Netflix, so I don't have Netflix right now. Um, what if the person that made Fairy Tail took some of the characters from Fairy Tail, and he also made Rave Master. What if he took some of the characters from Fairy Tail and wrote a new story with them, and they're new characters, but there's Happy the cat is still there, and there's a girl that looks identical to Lucy, but instead of magic, she has guns. And I was like, I don't know. Uh, yeah. I'm not super like this is gonna be rad as hell. Um, we'll see. Trying to see if there's any other shows that stick out to me. If there's anything you're excited about, I don't know if I'm gonna watch Full Dive. I just don't know if I'm gonna check out Full Dive. Um, I might. That's kind of interesting. It seems like a lot of the support characters are gonna be bad and not people I want to like check out. But I do love the idea of a guy who gets like roped into working on playing a terrible VR MMO that is like it was like, oh, we're gonna make this realistic and like fights are gonna hurt and stuff. Uh, and a lot of people have stopped playing it because it's not fun. I kind of like the idea of that. In space, yes, dirty. Also, um, ends. What is it called? Eden Zero is some characters look like their fairy tale component counterparts in space. You're right. So Full Dive I might check out. I forgot. Actually, there's fucking 5 isekai this season because How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is back. The second season of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. What is it? Gamma or Omega. It's Omega. So that's back. That's going to be on Funimation and Crunchyroll. Huh. That's back. I can't recommend that show, but I'm going to watch it. Can't recommend it, but I'll be watching it. I've been killing slimes. That looks good. Let's Make a Mug 2. Hopefully we'll get that first episode on Monday. Talked about the second season of Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. I will be looking forward to that. As I said, Mars Red doesn't seem interesting to me. I know that somebody watched the premiere because it came out early on Funimation, and I know somebody that was like, "Yeah, I liked it, but it doesn't look interesting at all to me." But if people are excited about it, maybe I'll check it out. Megalobox, I didn't really love the first season. I know a lot of people really loved it. Mostly I'm bummed that Joe has to keep fighting because it felt like that season wrapped up in a way that people were like, oh no, Joe's fighting again. That sucks. Um, Odd Taxi seems weird as hell. I'm definitely gonna try out Weird Taxi because it just seems like a dark noir story with uh, animal like furry characters, and I was like, yeah, count me in. So I'm gonna give that a go. Uh, I don't know if Pretty Boy Detective Club is gonna get picked up by anybody. It doesn't right now. It doesn't look like it will. That is a comedy mystery sci-fi series. Uh, but that is something that so far no one has picked up. So I have no idea if that's gonna go anywhere. Shadow House. I don't know if I'm gonna like Shadow House, but it sounds cool, so I will try it. Uh, and then Super Cup, Magic Powers, Diaries. I never played. I never finished World Ends with You, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch the anime of it because there's just so many shows. Oh, To Your Eternity looks cool, but I don't think I'm gonna watch it weekly. It might be something that I pick up later. And then Tokyo Revengers. I'm gonna give Tokyo Revengers an episode. I don't know if Tokyo Revengers is gonna be rad or not, but I'm gonna give Tokyo Revengers an episode because it is uh, like high school gangs, and one guy who didn't want a part of that didn't do anything, and then his high school sweetheart, childhood friend, died, and then he gets a chance to go back in time, uh, and so he is gonna form a gang to protect her. Um, and that sounds like a. It also, hey y'all, it's fucking called Tokyo Revengers. I'm gonna watch an episode of it. If you name your show Tokyo Revengers, I'm giving you an episode. Like, you deserve my time. I don't know if you keep my time, but you get my time for a bit. Because that's a great fucking name. All right. We got we're gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna finish these legs up and then panel line them on stream on Monday. So my next stream will be Monday. We are gonna raid, folks. We always end the stream with a raid, so don't go anywhere because we are gonna raid somebody rad. But I will be finishing those up on Monday. But we got a lot done today, so I'm excited about that. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll continue my stream. We'll talk about anime, talk about other stuff, talk about some video game things. I'll know what the other thing is that I'm doing on Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm going to be starting with the demo for Arcade Spirits, the new Challengers, which is the sequel to Arcade Spirits. I will be checking out that demo, and then I'll be playing something else, but I'm not sure what that's going to be. Who are we going to check out here? Oh, neat. Let me see when my friend started streaming to see if I am going to, if we can. When did they start streaming? Like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, we'll totally go. We're gonna go give a raid to the lovely TQ, Witchy TQ. TQ is playing Sims 4. That is TQ's style, that kind of game. So we're gonna go give TQ a raid. If you were looking for a way to cool out on a Saturday, no one better. Just a lovely community, lovely person. We're gonna go give TQ a raid, hang out with her for a bit as she plays around in the wonderful world of Sims 4, just making stuff and having like a nice group of folks. Okay, so let's go there. Thanks so much for being here. I hope to join me again on Monday. New folks, returning folks, if you got a subscription, welcome. If you were gifted a sub, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you in the next Bill with Baer. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We're raiding, and goodbye.